Hey Collective and Soul Tribe, happy Friday, okay? Freedom Friday, Friyay, okay? I hope you guys, oh yeah, and Fabulous Friday, before I forget that one too. But yeah, happy Friday, guys. You made it to the end of this week. All right, guys, I hope you guys are doing well. Now, let's see what you guys might need to know when it comes to Prism Oracle messages, because there could be something about the energy that's a little bit, you know, interesting. Okay, like maybe you may not be able to see it, but you can feel it. Okay, and I've been saying that in my messages as of recently, so take what resonates. Even when it comes to like food, well, I don't know why I'm getting this energy, because it's not me, because you know your girl be eating. Okay, like I'm always talking about food in my videos, well, most of the time, so it's definitely not me. It's not me. Okay, I'm a foodie. I love food. Okay, so it has to be someone in the collective though when it comes to like eating. It's not that you don't like eating, you do, but there's something about the energy that you guys are dealing with right now where some of you guys could be like fasting or not eating as much. Okay, and I'm not talking about like Ramadan, because I know Ramadan, I think Ramadan, either it's approaching to the end, I think, or it is, and I think today's the last day. Yeah, so something about fasting could be significant. Maybe it is, maybe it might be Ramadan. Okay, something about fasting is significant. Okay, when it comes to food, eating, maybe celebrations, things like that, that could be significant too. But maybe also you could feel like you were not eating as much, even if you didn't celebrate Ramadan, because maybe it's not part of your culture and things like that. Some of you guys could have felt like you were fasting a lot, like you weren't eating as much food as you usually do, or you were eating more vegetables and fruits. Okay, maybe staying away from certain like food like meat, okay, chicken, things like that. And it's not like you don't eat it, you do, right? But the thing is, there's something about you just getting maybe the ick, okay, when you see certain things when you're eating it or when you look at it. I don't know if somebody has maybe like I don't know what it's called, like, like food dysphoria or something like that. Like, I don't know if it's that, but it's something about food, and it's not like it's happened to you before. Like, this is the first time it's happened. I don't know whose energy that is, but there's something about food that could be very significant though, like fasting, okay? Even if you weren't fasting or you don't do that, there's something about you feeling called to like cleanse, release, cleanse something. So let's see if it comes out in the message, because sometimes I do see cleanse. Okay, so let's see. Because sometimes I'll just say something, I'm called to say something, and I have no idea why I'm saying it. It's so random, right? So let's see if it comes out in the message here, because I'm curious for you guys. So Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective at this time? Divine, Source, Universe, what messages do you have for them for March 20th? What can you tell them? And please protect and guide them as well. Growth, okay. Growth could be very significant. The color green may resonate for some of you as well, but you guys could be going through a lot of growing or going through some type of growth spurt or growth period, okay. Even when it comes to like grounding yourself or being grounded, there's something about that energy too where you guys are grounding yourself at this time. So take what resonates with that too. The color green could be very significant. Being in nature could be very significant, even when it comes to your magic. Now this could go either way. This could be you guys growing into your magic or finding growth within your magic, or there's something about when it comes to you and your skills, your talents, that could be also the magic as well, right? Like, take what resonates. But there's something about, say you guys are growing through your magic, there's something to do with you following your inner knowing or following your inner being, because you know yourself more than others. And I know that sounds really silly to say that, but it's true. A lot of times people feel like because they have friends or family and things like that, that you may know those people more than they know themselves. But when it comes to you, people may not know you, the real you, because even if you were to show people the real you and not wear a mask, it's like, that a lot of people would separate themselves because maybe you're very strong-minded or strong-willed. Okay, maybe you don't tolerate certain things from certain people as well. That could be significant as well. You know what I mean? Like, there's just certain things that a lot of people may not be able to understand you, but then you may meet other people outside of your circumstance, and you may see that other people that are outside of you are very understanding. So there's something about growing and also meeting other people who are also growing, but being tapped into their magic as well. Even when it comes to finding the magic in life as well, that could be significant too. Like, you know, maybe every day is mundane, but you could be someone who finds the joy, the magic, you know, the love of life, basically, when it comes to like your growth and you growing into the world, right? Yeah, we have balance. Okay, so take what resonates with that. You guys are going through, you know, certain situations where you could be balanced at this time, okay? I'm gonna just pause the video for a second, and I think I'm gonna 5-5. Sorry guys, I just paused it at angel number 555, or I just saw angel number 555. So even when it comes to balance and change, there's something about, you know, you could be going through some type of balance, or you tapped into your magic, right? And I don't mean like spell work only. I mean like manifesting, affirmations, things like that. Like you are speaking into the universe, or you are speaking into yourself when it comes to you being more balanced, or, you know, tapping into balance, right? So take what resonates with that. Okay, that could be confirmation too for some of you. But there's something about your energy being balanced. There's something about you being balanced, or, you know, you trying to be balanced. Yeah, passion. Okay, there's something about your passion. There's something about you. Some of you guys are very passionate. Some of you guys maybe speak passionately, but there is something about you stepping into, you know, what fulfills you, what makes you feel whole, what makes you feel, you know, alive per se, right? And while you're focusing on yourself and moving forward and growing, you know, it's almost like you feel that fire, that drive. Okay, it's almost like, you know, when a car needs oil, obviously, to function. It's the same thing with you. Like, maintenance is also significant too, right? So there's something about you stepping into your confidence, your passions. Okay, like I said, some of you guys could have cleansed your energy so that you can be balanced, or step into balance, because you know the next season that's coming up, which, like I said, you know, with spring equinox and, you know, Aries season and all that good stuff, you know, right, that there's a lot of changes. You know that there's something about to happen. There's something about to change. And you're being prepared for that. That's why you guys have gone through, unfortunately, certain things where you had to learn, and, you know, learn patterns, learn certain, you know, energies, learn people, because that was your way of, once you've learned, or, you know, understood the dynamic of that situation, when you move into a new dynamic, you know what to expect, or you know how to basically move forward. So even when it comes to like your passions, you know, you may be very passionate the way that you speak, or the way that you talk about certain things, and maybe some people could be very offended, right? But you bring balance. Like, your passion brings a lot of balance. So even if people don't agree with you, like, they're like, ugh, you know, why are you being so out there? Why are you being so direct? You're not going to be for everybody. And I say this in my videos most of the time. It's like, I'm not going to be for everybody. I'm not everyone's, you know, cup of tea, and that's okay. Cup of tea, cup of coffee, okay, smoothie, milkshake, whatever. Like, that's fine. It is what it is. But who's meant for me is meant for me, and same with me and my energy, right? Same with you. You are attracting people who could be very passionate, or they like to talk about certain things where it doesn't matter who's right or wrong. It's just like, I just enjoy talking, you know, talking about different things, learning from different people, learning from cultures, and, you know, things like that, being very open-minded. So take what resonates with that too. The color red could be significant too. Yeah, protection, right? You guys are being protected at this time. Okay, space. So that's another thing too. while you guys are, you know, being passionate, you guys are also being protected too. It's like your passions are being protected. You are being protected. You know, you're being guided as well to protect your energy. So some of you guys, you know, when it comes to space, this could be you being alone. This could be isolation. Okay. But for some of you guys, this is about maybe getting your own space. Okay. Moving could be significant as well. Like it may not be, you know, the same for everybody, but this is confirmation where every time you're alone, it's like you're always being protected. Okay. Or there's something about you being alone is you protecting your energy. And it's not like you guys are like, oh, I'm protecting my energy and I don't want to talk to anybody. No, if you go outside, like if you have to, okay, because some people prefer to stay home, right? But if you have to go outside, say you're at the grocery store or say you're at the movies or say anywhere in the public, right? And say you talk to somebody, you're going to, you know, strike up a conversation with people. You're not mean, right? You know what I mean? Like you have balance, but people who overstep their boundaries or, you know, cross their lane when it comes to people staying in their lane and focusing on them, some people may have crossed your boundaries. Some may, you know, people may have overstepped their boundaries with you when it comes to your emotions. It's like, yeah, you may be kind, but you're not stupid, you know? And there's also the saying like, you know, I was born at night, but I wasn't born last night. So just because you're not speaking up on it right away doesn't mean you're not picking up on it. It doesn't mean that you're not, you know, taking in the information. And it's almost like data. It's like you're like a computer for some of you. Like your brain is a computer where somebody will do something to you and it's almost like you're like, okay, I'm just going to log this in here. No problem. Because you would never do that to someone else. So you keep note and you observe and you pick up on patterns and things like that. If you don't remember your dreams, there's a reason why I'm saying this to you guys, because if you don't remember your dreams or you try to and you're having difficulty remembering your dreams, whether you drink, whether you smoke, some people just don't remember your dreams. The way that I look at it sometimes too is you are being protected in a sense, but you are receiving messages through angel numbers, okay, through other people, okay, through patterns, okay? Even when you say something out loud to yourself, like say you are someone who speaks to yourself. Yeah, sounds crazy, right? But it's not. Some people do this, okay? That is you talking to your higher self. Like, you know when somebody does something to you and you walk away from it, like say you get into an argument, you go into your own space and you're like, I can't believe that person, like you're, you know, you're angry and you're just talking and you're just speaking out. That is you talking to your higher self, releasing and letting go. Some people may think you're crazy because you do that. But if anything, you are doing that because, let's be real, you understand your highest self. You understand you and what you're dealing with. Not everyone understands you. So again, you guys are moving away from people who don't understand you. Okay, space is significant. This could be you creating your own space. Okay, removing yourself from certain spaces as well. Okay, or just moving away, removing yourself could be very significant, but space is significant too. The void. Yeah, cleanse. I told you guys, I wouldn't be surprised if this comes out in the message. Okay. Some of you guys are cleansing your energy when it comes to your magic and your growth. Okay. Even when it comes to success. Okay. Cleansing your energy to success when it comes to balance. Like I said, removing yourself from spaces, people, places, and things that don't serve you, okay, and seeing things for what it is. Like I said, people, you know, a lot of times when people are quiet, they don't know how much they expose. And not when they're quiet, sorry, when they talk a lot. When people talk a lot, they don't know how much they expose. And if you're quiet and you're observant, you can pick up on certain cues, like read between the lines as well as significant too. Okay, so when you're quiet and you're observant, a lot of people give themselves away without realizing. Yeah, reflection. Okay, so you guys went in, you guys reflected. Okay, you guys cleansed your energy. There's something about success. Now, when it comes to sun energy, like illumination, there's something about you reflecting as well, or you force people to reflect within themselves. So if this is not you going into your own space reflecting, there's something about you making people reflect. Okay, ghosts could be very significant as well. Okay, so like paranormal activity may resonate, but there's something about your energy that's like a ghost. Okay, like some people may miss your energy. Maybe there's something about your energy that's being felt, but you are determined at this time to focus on your energy. So there's something about either your energy feels like a ghost, like you're no longer here, but you're here, right? But then there's also something about you being strong enough to see the unseen. So even if people think that they're doing something like hidden, like they're invisible, you're like, I see you. I mean, ghosts could be significant, but you're like, I can see you. I don't know what you're trying to do, but I see you, right? That is significant. Like you see people, you see through people too, okay? And it's almost like you're still going to be determined and move forward. Even when it comes to missing your energy, it's like you're like a ghost, like I said. That is significant too, right? Like you're still here, you're in this realm, but your energy feels like it's gone, okay? And a lot of people are trying to accept that, but that's not your problem. You're determined right now. When you're in your own space, you're determined, you're focused, you're not into the nonsense. And a lot of times too, even if it comes down to it, you know, sometimes you may feel like, say you were teeter-tottering back and forth between people, like that you were cutting off at the same time. You're still showing up with strength, but at the same time, it's almost like, say somebody of the name, I feel sorry if someone's real name is Patty, but say your name's Patty, okay? And Patty, you know, your name's Patty, you're minding your business, and say, I don't know, Yellow. I don't know. Say Yellow did something to Patty, okay? And Patty says to, you know, themselves, you know what? I don't like the way Yellow treats me. I'm just going to go about my business and just, you know, distance myself, focus on myself, okay? Things like that, because you saw through, you know, the situation. You reflected and you saw through the situation. Say down the line, you know, there's somebody in the connection that is connected to between you and Yellow, but because you don't speak to Yellow anymore, you know, maybe you go to Green, right? And you're talking to Green and you're like, hey, Green, how are you? How's everything? And you just want to talk about Green. Why is Green bringing up Yellow? Like, you're just trying to understand how Green is doing, but because Green is associated with Yellow, okay, you're saying to yourself, I don't care about Yellow. Like, this person keeps bringing up Yellow. Like, oh, me and Yellow did this, and me and Yellow did that. And me and Yellow, and me and Yellow, and me and Yellow. And you are looking at Green like, I don't give a rat's behind. I don't even want to hear about this person. So because of that and your integrity and your growth, it's almost like you see through people and what they're trying to do, and you're just over it for some of you guys. So there's something about you going within and just focusing on your determination and strength. I don't know. There's something about that energy. Like you're focusing on cleansing your energy and focusing on strength and success and things like that. Yeah, pain. You're somebody who transmute pain into power for some of you guys. Okay, we also have love. Yeah, like I said, you guys reflected on the situation. When it comes to unconditional love in your heart, you're focusing on your creativity. Like I said, you're transmuting pain into power, which is love. Okay, using that love and power that you have transmuted the energy into your creativity and showing up as someone who's determined, or giving people the feeling of being determined or having determination to do what their hearts desire. It's almost like, well, if this person can do it, why can't I? And it's not to say that you're copying the person, but it's almost like getting inspiration, like, you know what, you're right. Yeah, hunger. Okay, hunger. Like I said, hunger. Okay, there's something about your hunger, your drive, your, you know, maybe someone's a little hangry. Okay, like I said. But all jokes aside, you know, maybe that's not the case, but all jokes aside, there's something about your hunger and drive. You, like I said, you transmute your pain and energy and anger and whatever it is, and you turn that into love. This is your creativity. You're showing up as someone who has a lot of hunger, okay, a lot of hunger and drive, right? And that's very significant for some of you guys. But yeah, even when it comes to that, yeah, sweetness, okay? You transmute energy. Your energy is sweet. You're loving. You're unconditional. Okay, and people can see that about you, even if people don't know you. Yeah, illumination. It's like you're still going to shine regardless if people don't want you to. Peace. Okay, you found peace within yourself, and I want you to be proud of yourself too. I know I don't know you like that, and you don't know me from a lick of paint, but be very proud of your success. whoever I'm speaking to, okay? There's something about you illuminating, finding peace, and stopping certain patterns, stopping certain things. Okay, so take what resonates with that, because it's almost like you're not going to allow someone to stop your peace. Yeah, death, transformation, okay? You're not going to allow someone to stop you from having peace in your life. You're not going to let someone stop you from, you know, having quietness in your world, right? And for some of you guys, yeah, energy, that's very significant. You stopped giving your energy for some of you to other people that were feeding off of your energy because of your light. And that is the fear that they could be facing right now. When it comes to them facing their fear, if you're an empath, if you're a nurturer, if I don't care what you do, you could be a retail worker and still be an empath. There's something about your power that's within you where if you were dealing with people who tried to use you in that sense, it's done. No bueno. It's done. It's over. Okay? Like it's over. Okay? It's done. Okay, guys? Like there's no coming back from whatever they tried to do. It's like you made your bed, now lay in it. Okay? For some people who have dealt with certain situations where people played the victim. Okay, and you're the one that's the victim, but you're not being the victim. That's the craziest, weirdest thing about it all. It's like, you know, you were comfort in someone's energy and they ruined that. They you know, they dismangled that. Now it's hard for you to trust this person again. And you may not ever trust them ever again. And do I blame you? No, because who am I to judge someone's situation? Unless I'm a fly on the wall and I see what's going on in everyone's situation, I can't judge, okay? I can only share the message and say, look, if you were dealing with something like that, you got out of it. You took your energy back. You stopped sharing your energy, went through a transformation, and you took your energy and put it into yourself. That's growth. Why do you think it's, you know, started in the beginning of the message? And it ended up in this way. That's growth, you guys. So yeah, I'm gonna end it here. All right, guys. Please take what resonates with you, whether this resonates with you or someone you know. Right now the time is 10:10 a.m. So 10:10 is significant. So take what resonates with that. But yeah, thank you guys. I appreciate you guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful Friday or a wonderful weekend. You know, follow me on YouTube and TikTok, and my website is www.mysteriouslyunique.ca. You guys can check out my blog or, you know, book a reading and things like that. And like I said, I am waiting for the weather to get nicer, so hopefully I can take out my Canon camera, which, you know how old that camera is, guys? Like, that camera is old, yo. I think I got that like way before COVID too. Like, I got that camera a long time ago. But your girl needs to use it a little bit more. So yeah, I'm waiting for the weather to change. Hopefully I can catch some really nice pictures of like butterflies and squirrels and things like that. And I don't know, maybe because I have a little time too, I think I might go to the dollar store and see if I can get like maybe certain foods or feedings or whatever, and I don't know, feed the squirrels and feed the birds and things like that. You know, be in nature and do something different, right? But yeah, thank you guys for the love. Thank you guys for the support. I appreciate you. All right, guys, I love you guys as always. I know I say this a lot, but I do, right? I appreciate you guys and thank you. All right, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time. All right, guys, have a wonderful weekend. Bye.